Chris Sewall here, baseball card collector, investor, dealer in that order. Welcome everyone, another PSA reveal video here, and this was a 19 card order, all modern, and this was sent in at the value level, which is $30 a card, max declared value of I think $4.99, and it comes with a stated turnaround time of 90 to 120 days, but mine actually came back much faster. This came back in about 6 weeks or so, and yeah. As you can see, I predicted, as always, the grades I would get. This was a modern order, so almost all of them I was hoping for, 9s or 10s. A couple, I knew had no chance at 10s, so we're looking for 8s and 9s. But we'll go through here, and then again, as I've been doing recently with my videos, we'll do a financial breakdown of how I sort of did on each card, what the added value to each card in the order was by getting it graded here. All right, we'll kick things off with a 2005 SPX. I think it's called Flashback Fabrics, patch auto of Yao Ming. He's a sort of tough autograph and a patch autograph there. Got a PSA 9. And this is a thicker card. Thicker cards often are a little harder to get in higher grade. They just have more natural issues with them. But I thought this one looked perfect. I'd put 9 or 10 on the sheet. It got a 9, so nothing really surprising there. And the 9 will probably add a little bit of value to the Ming. Here was a really nice hit. 1998 score, rookie and traded, artist proof, 1/1, Cal Ripken Jr., my boy Cal, and this is my first 1/1 Cal card from the 1990s. Very cool, and even better, it got the 10. And I mean, Cal does not have very many 1/1s from the 1990s. Nobody does. The 1/1 sort of started around the late 90s, so I don't know how many he has. It can't be very many, but that'll go right into my PC for sure. There's a bunch of soccer cards in this order. So I thought there might be some interest, bump in interest around the World Cup. There's a 2016 Select Red Prizm Lionel Messi. I think these are numbered out of 149, and yeah, this one got a 9. And this is a kind of card. This is the kind of thing where the getting a 9 probably doesn't really add much value to the card, but it does make it easier to sell, and you don't lose value, so that's fine. And you send in a bunch, and you're hoping to get a few 10s and some 9s. Many of the 9s are going to sort of be breaking even around. Here's a Tom Brady Refractor from 2006 Bowman Chrome, and this one got a 9. This was a little off center, left to right. So I don't know what I put on the sheet. What did I put on the sheet? I put 8 or 9. Yeah, it didn't have a chance at a 10 because it was a little off center. But yeah, I'll take the 9. That was basically the best I could hope to do on the Brady. More soccer, 2014 Panini Prizm, Red Prizm Thomas Mueller. Got a 9, and I think these are also serial numbered out of 149. And yeah, 2014, that's the first year of Prizm Soccer, sort of an important set, in that sense. And this is a kind of card, again, on a 9, you're going to be more or less breaking even. You're really looking for some 10s to see any real sort of value boost. But, the 9 makes it easier to sell and more or less a break even. Here's a 2014 Topps Platinum Black Refractor Rookie Auto of Aaron Donald, and it's got a 9. Yeah, I mean, Donald, the Rams aren't having much of a season. I don't even know how he's doing this season, but I consider him to be basically the best defensive player of his generation. Yeah, it's a nice rookie auto, pretty rare refractor. It's probably one I'll, hold on to for a little bit. Another soccer 2016 Select Red Prizm Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the same set as the Messi we just saw, serial numbered at a 149. Also got a 9. And this is the kind of card that it probably has a really low pop count in a 10, like this, or the Messi or the Mueller. And it's the kind of card where if you get a 10, you can price it really high because there's just not going to be any others available. But so far in this order, I've only gotten one 10, and that was on that Ripken. But here's a second 10, and also a Ripken. Really nailed my 2 Ripkens here. This will also go to my PC. 1998 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor, Cal Ripken, and these are serial numbered out of 100. Again, 90s, cards from the 90s numbered out of 100. That's really, really rare. You don't see that stuff very often anymore. And another 10. So 2 really, really nice Ripkens for my PC. That's the best thing that came out of this order in my mind. More soccer. And when I did the financial breakdown, which again I'll show at the end here, I realized some of the soccer stuff I sent in probably wasn't worth sending in at the $30 level. Again, I was sort of hoping for a little bit of a bump during the World Cup. Here's a 2016 Select Red Prizm Kevin De Bruyne. And he's one of the best players in the world for Belgium, but this card's, probably wasn't worth sending in at this level. Should have been sent in at the $15 level. Would have probably made more sense. Lionel Messi, 2018 Finest Green Refractor. These are numbered out of 99, and this one got a 9. There were a bunch of Messis in this order, and, he just won the World Cup for Argentina, so I don't know if I haven't looked if his cards have seen a bump yet, but I imagine they'll see, quite a bit or some sort of boost. And I like to hold on to a lot of Messis, especially sort of rare refractors, mainly in 10s, like this one here. 2017 Topps Chrome Refractor, Lionel Messi got a 10. This is the first year of Topps Chrome Soccer, and so this is Lionel Messi's very first refractor card that exists in the hobby. That'll definitely be something I hold on to for now. And the green refractor I'll probably go ahead and sell as its finest brand, and it obviously got a 9 as opposed to a 10. Here's another Messi 2015 Select Camo Prizm. This one got a 10, and I believe these are serial numbered out of 249. And yeah, this is the first year of Select Soccer, 2015, so another sort of notable set, and that'll probably be one I hold on to for a little while as well. As I sort of believe in soccer long term, or maybe a better way to put it is I believe in the upside of soccer long term. Here's a LeBron James 2003 Upper Deck Redemption Special, and this got a 10. This is his rookie year, 2003, but it's not a particularly valuable card. I'm not sure exactly if this was like I don't know what the story was. This card, obviously some sort of redemption, but it's a pretty common card, not a big money card for given that it's a LeBron rookie. Steve Nash, this is a cool card. 1996 Ultra Platinum Medallion rookie. Platinum Medallion, super rare. I don't think they have they're not serial numbered, and I don't think they had a stated print run, but they were 1 per box, and they're parallels, and it's a big set, so pulling a specific player from a Platinum Medallion is tough. This got a 9. It had no chance at a 10 as it had a little bit of chipping at the edges, so I had put 8 or 9 on the sheet, and it got the 9. Here's another Messi refractor, again from 2017 Topps Chrome. This one's obviously a purple refractor, and these are serial numbered out of 250, and this one got a 9. And, obviously would have loved the 10, but so far pretty happy with the order. I haven't gotten anything under my prediction. Most stuff is on the low end of the prediction, a few are on the high end, but no real surprises so far, so that's good. Christian Pulisic from that set, 2017 Topps Chrome. He's the best player for the U.S. national team. They did it okay in the World Cup. Got to the round of 16, but I don't know if this is technically his rookie, but again, 2017 Topps Chrome, first year of Topps Chrome, and it's a refractor, and it got a 10. So if he can lead the U.S. to the World Cup title in 4 years in 2026, that'll be a big money card. Also, I might win the lottery this week. Here's a Junior Griffey auto from 2006 Upper Deck Ovation Spotlight Signatures. And it's a slightly thicker card, so a tougher one to get in higher grade. This got a 9, and yeah, this one had some really light chipping at the corners, and you can see it's sort of a black border card. Those are often tougher to get, as they often just have more susceptible to tipped corners and chipping on the edges. But yeah, 9. That's as good as I could have done on the Junior Griffey auto. And a 9 will generally increase value on a card like that. Here's a cool card. It's a quad jersey card from 2006 Upper Deck. You got LeBron James, Derek Jeter, Sidney Crosby, and Reggie Bush on there, one player from each of the big 4 sports. And I mean, these are, obviously all big names. LeBron James, all-time great. Derek Jeter, all-time great. Sidney Crosby, all-time great. Reggie Bush, you couldn't say is an all-time. I mean, I guess he's an all-time great for college football, but not so much in the NFL. But yeah, big name, cool card to get here. A quad patch, not something you see a lot of. And this actually got a 10, and that was quite surprising. As you can see, I'd put on the sheet 8 or 9. It's a thicker card. You rarely get gems on thick cards like this, and I don't remember if I had seen something up front, but I just didn't think a 10 was likely for a card like that, so I'd put 8 or 9. So I actually got 1 grade here over my predicted value. That's always obviously a nice bonus. And last card in the order is this 2005 Upper Deck Sweet Swatches jersey card of LeBron James, 2005, so that would be a third-year card for LeBron. And he, by then they're already putting out a lot of jersey cards, so that's not particularly rare. But it's numbered out of 125, and it got a 10. And yeah, another thick card getting a 10. So this order, this is about as good as I've ever done in terms of predicting grades for an order. I rarely do this well. So nothing under my predicted grades. Looks like about half of them or so are on the high end of my scale. Half of them are on the low end of my prediction, and then I even got 1 card over my prediction. So really, if you've seen my PSA reveal videos, I never do that well. So obviously super happy with the order here. Most of these cards I'm going to sell. I'm going to probably hold on to a few of the Lionel Messis for sort of medium term holds. Maybe I'll hold on to the Aaron Donald card as like a medium term hold, and then certainly I'm going to hold on to the 2 Cal Ripkens. Those are both going into my my PC. Everything else I'll go ahead and sell, but Like I said, the Cal Ripkens for me were the real gems of this order. Both of them getting 10s, both super rare cards. Obviously the 101's a pop 1. The Atomic Refractor, I don't know what the pop count on that is, but I'm going to guess it's like, less than 5. So 2 really, really nice, rare Ripken inserts from the 90s, which is, something I'm a big fan of for my PC. All right, so we're going to run through each card one by one, and I'm going to show you the raw value, meaning that was the value of the card before I sent it in for grading, before it was in a holder. For example, this Messi was about a $60 card ungraded. Then the grading fee, these were all sent in at the $30 level, but when you send in cards for grading, you have to factor in a bunch of additional fees, mainly shipping and insurance in 2 different directions. So in this case, I'm calling it $35. It's just an estimate. And then I'll show you the value of the card now that it's graded. In this case, the Messi is about a $100 card in a PSA 9. So if you add all that together, I added $5 by sending this card in to PSA. Here's the Ronaldo from the same set. And, I should say a lot of this stuff is kind of rarer inserts. It's really hard to estimate value. For example, the Ronaldo here raw being more than the Messi raw, that doesn't seem right to me, but it's all based on recent sales. So just going off that, you can see getting the card graded here, it actually resulted in a $10 loss. Both the Messi and the Ronaldo here should have been sent in at a lower service level in retrospect, as should have been the case with a bunch of the soccer cards I sent in. But part of it was I wanted to get them back quicker, to time around the World Cup a little bit. Kevin De Bruyne from the same set only added $15 by getting a 10, so that obviously was not, probably not worth sending in at that level. The Pwcc added about $25 or so, getting the 10. The Messi Green Refractor, actually technically a slight loss on paper here in a 9. The Messi 2017 Refractor is about $125 added value, getting the 10. And you'll see, when you get the 9s, you're often in the break-even realm, but when you get the 10s, that's where you really see some nice bumps. This Messi actually got a nice bump in a 9. It is a more valuable card. $165 added here by getting a PSA 9. This is something like $1,000 in a 10, so that would have obviously been a nice hit. Close to $200 added value for the 2015 Camo Prizm Messi getting the 10. This Thomas Mueller was more or less a break-even. I guess, on paper here added $10. The Yao Ming getting a 9 added $65 or so. This was a really tough one to estimate. Couldn't find a lot of Yao Ming comps, autograph comps. This LeBron James I actually thought would have been worth a little more than this, but yeah, $200 in a 10, and you can see that added about $90 in value. The Tom Brady was realistically a mistake to send in at all, given that it was a bit off center and no chance at a 10. I mean, it ended up being a slight loss here, even though it got the 9, which was the high end of my prediction. So probably should not have sent that in. Certainly not at this level. Maybe at a cheaper level if I felt like it. The Aaron Donald getting a 9 added about $50 or so. This LeBron James, again, not a it's a rookie, but not a particularly expensive one. $25 raw, $125 graded, so added $65. The Steve Nash was a really tough one to. There were no comps for this. I'm sort of estimating what the graded value would be. Raw, probably about $150. Graded, about $600, so a little over $400 in added value. The Junior Griffey, another one I couldn't find a realistic comp on. I sort of just estimated here, estimating about $55 in added value. The quad patch, quad jersey card, same thing. Really no real comps here, so just sort of estimating. I would guess this added about $200 in value. Ripken Atomic Refractor, same thing. Absolutely no idea what this would sell for raw or graded. I mean, not no idea, but just really rough estimates here. So this added close to $500 in value by getting this 10. And the 101, I really have no idea. There's no 101 Ripken sales from the 90s any time recently. So I didn't even bother trying on that one. And the 2 Ripkens are going to my PC anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So here's all the added values on one chart, and this is a very simplified way of thinking about it. It doesn't factor in things like seller fees, etc. But, as a very loose estimation, I'm going to be making about $1,900 more because I sent these cards off to get graded than if I had just sold them raw. And as I mentioned, this was a particularly good order in terms of, predicting the grades. I usually don't do that well in terms of guessing up front what the grades are going to be. But you can see there's a bunch of cards, that are sort of in the break-even or slight loss category. Maybe even like half the cards on the list are sort of in that category or close to it. And, I've mentioned in past reveal videos, that's just part of the game. You can always find 1 or 2 or a bunch of cards in an order that you're not happy with the grades or, you didn't do well on. But my goal is always to do well in the order as a whole. I want to get some hits in there, I don't want to have any big losses. Breaking even on a bunch of the cards is totally fine as long as I include a few hits as well. And then, when you look at the order as a whole, you can come out way ahead. But that's it for now. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, if you have any questions about any of this, anything at all from the video, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer, and hope to see you all again real soon. Thanks everyone.